if you really real enough. Other rappers is delirious. Yeah, it's really that serious. Better holler if you really feeling me. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna live in abundance. I gotta keep it 100, ayy. If you don't like it, then fuck it, ayy. We gonna win in the end, yeah, we gonna. I gotta keep it 100. We gotta stop all the stunting. You know we coming from nothing. Yo, you talking about money, you bluffing. We gotta do something different. We gotta change how we live in. We gotta do better for women. We gotta do better for children. We gotta listen to victims, whether Jewish or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't matter your religion. You gotta stand against the system, or else you just another villain. How you just sitting there chilling?
Peace, everybody out there in the music airwaves and on Spotify, Rumble, wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm not on Rumble yet, so I shouldn't even be mentioning that. I am not on Rumble yet, and everyone that listens to me know I'm not on Rumble. So I'm sorry for saying that. That was very, very weird to say that. I was thinking about Rumble all day. That's why, because I'm thinking about whether I should join or not. But I want to make sure I get my fan base bigger than just that, and I don't think I'm ready for that. Anyway, that was random. I have Aura Lewis with me today. How's it going, Aura?
It's good. How's it going with you?
Very, 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 very well. We literally were like rescheduling like it's insane this summer.
No. It never landed the right way. But you know what? We're here now.
Right. But that's because like you do you know you're very busy as well too. So it's like, yo, like I was just dealing with my shit and everybody is going on with their pursuits and stuff like that. And I'm over here with my drama, getting kicked out of the apartment, then finally coming back to the apartment and then all this shit. And like I'm seeing everybody create and I'm just like going through it this summer and all that stuff.
But you know, life is cycles that way, because I feel like when we're all on the side of that, we see that from the inside out. We see it that way for other people, like they're getting to do that, and like
right.
Yeah, it happens, but it always comes around.
Yeah. Well, so you have 2 blogs, and then you're also a singer. I was trying to find your music. You don't have any music out yet, but I have seen you, and I saw you at Kumba Cutback once.
Okay.
And actually, probably more than once. But I was like in the background, stuff like that. And then like I know that you're always out performing. So like, are you in a band, or do you like you have like your own groups?
So I'm starting to do more performances now. I'm getting into it, finding like, you know, my stage style and like how I can get more comfortable. I would love a band. I'm working on that at this point, like finding people that I can jam with. So it's really about building that musical relationship and finding the people that I would connect with. But I don't have a band yet. I do have music coming out soon. I've been doing covers and performing at like shows and things like that for a little bit now, just to kind of, you know, get myself out there and get used to that. But the music is on the way.
That's awesome. You know what I mean? Like one comparison I could think of, like when people talk about like rappers that freestyle, stuff like that, a lot of them, their flows is curated because they practice off of or different beats and stuff like that. It's in learning different rhythms and stuff like that, which makes their flow. I'm talking about the real freestylers, by the way. I'm not talking about like I don't even want to name anybody because they just suck. But anyway, I love the fact that here in Connecticut, like we have a straight up great cover band scene. I mean, for people that are trying to do original music mostly,
right?
It definitely is a different market, I will say. Being someone that has dabbled into that realm strongly, but Connecticut loves cover music, and I feel like
They
you
do.
get a lot of great opportunities just yeah, learning off of that, right?
Yeah, and like you're saying, you definitely have that, deep, understanding of people want to hear music that they connect with and that they're familiar with, while also trying to get to know a new face. So that's a great way to do that, like to introduce,
Right.
what you like to listen to, how you hear the sound, what jumps out to you and your interpretation of it, and you can connect with people that way in the audience and see who else resonates with that. It's fun.
Right. And like there was these places I used to go to where you saw a lot of that great energy, and then original
Mhm.
bands would come around like in Greenwich, but there's something so much more better, people. Freaking Cuba Kidbacks, freaking
Yeah.
Poets Realm and shit like that.
Oh,
And I've been trying to go over there.
yeah, no, shout out to Kumba Kickback, shout out to, R&B podcast, because like they definitely do create a lot of those spaces for artists to, come with original music, or you can come and show your artistic style with, some of your favorites. I think those are some of the great spaces that I've been using to cultivate, my stage presence and getting comfortable, and Poets Realm is a perfect place for that. Perfect, yeah.
Right, right. I know I've been there a few times, and like I get mad that I don't be able to make it, well, like at least once a month out of there. But when I do get there, it's just always great vibes, and you can learn
Yeah.
so much. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many people in that group that you could just pick their heads off of, like,
Yeah.
Lateef,
Mhm.
Denzel, man, great people.
People, when you go there, you meet some new people too, and you find out, like, based on what they perform that day, you connect with them a little bit. So it's a good space to go to people you know and you're familiar with, and to meet people new too.
Right. And are you originally from Bridgeport as well?
Yeah, well, so I've been in Bridgeport for a while. Before Bridgeport, I came to Connecticut, like, I believe about second grade. So yeah, it was like
Mm.
Bridgeport at this point. Home is like home for me. And then before that was the Bronx. And then, I was born in Jamaica.
Oh, word,
So that's,
word. Yeah. Shouts out to the
yeah,
Bronx. Shouts out to Jamaica.
shout out to
Shit.
Jamaica. Yeah.
Yo, shouts out to Jamaica, man. I would do a video one day on how much I appreciate Jamaica just being Jamaica. They've been very stern lately, and I love it. But that's a different conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
going
love
on.
it when they stick it to the white man.
Yeah, they're stepping it up. Yeah, I'm very proud of them.
Right. But that's dope. That's dope, and that expresses, that shows exactly just how much like how much for the culture that you represent, which I respect so much of, because we need a lot of that. You know what I mean? Especially in Bridgeport, like, like I grew up in Bridgeport, born and raised, and stuff like that. And there's a scene that's finally growing there that wasn't there when I was a kid. Like, it fell off, and
Yeah.
I'm glad when I hear about how they're like trying to do all these arts initiatives in Bridgeport now. This is nothing you see in New Haven, really. New Haven has a lot of more community to do. I mean, there's a lot of great things, but it's Yale. It's fucking Yale. Yale just takes over a lot, and
Yeah.
but Bridgeport doesn't have Yale, so Bridgeport is at a better place.
Yeah, it's already starting very good. Yeah. No, I agree. I think like a lot of the things that I see is, in fact, that frustration. Like, we grew up not having those spaces, so those same people are like, let's create that. Let's kind of
Right.
build that same space we were looking for at that time. So.
Yeah, and they have like these housing initiatives for artists as well too that they do. Like, if I ever hear about that in New Haven, Jesus Christ, like.
That's really
So
cool.
you also have been a part of. I saw that you also were a part of a few projects online as well too. Were they like music videos or photo shoots or?
What do you mean? Like when I do live shows,
Like, you
or
did like a Oh, they were live shows. I thought you was like doing like music videos and stuff. Like I saw you posting in the grass and everything. I was like, yo.
Oh, one. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. So that's for my upcoming single. I shot with Rhea, amazing photographer, female photographer. She made it so comfortable. She directed and guided, you know, because for me, it's a little hard to visualize myself sometimes. So you need that person to kind of guide you on what you should be doing. She was perfect for that. The energy was great. She was so warm, so sweet. And then Eric was there as well. He was my MUA that day and also like my support because I needed that. And
Word.
also did me was a lot of the eye behind like the behind the scenes video stuff. So shout out to him for that. Elevated by Eric.
Right.
He definitely did a lot of that. Yeah.
Where was that? Because I saw there was a lot. Oh man, my local go away. Where was that? Because I saw there was a lot of like was that like like near Bullard Havens or like anywhere near Bridgeport or
some spot in Westport. It's some magical place that we found, and it's one of her favorite locations. And I sent her my mood board and exactly what I was looking for, what I wanted for the feel. She was very open to that and even listened to the song to kind of get what I would want. And she was like, I know the perfect spot. And we went
driving. So you got it. Your song's out now or? No,
it comes out Friday. But okay. she's very hands-on with the way she likes to think of what the person would want.
Right.
So along with the mood board,
she
or if I was willing, you know, to send the song, and then that way she could kind of put together in her mind a fusion of my ideas and her ideas. So it was really fun.
Yeah, that was a stupid question I just asked. I was just excited to hear some music from you. Like, of course she would hear it.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I didn't think of that myself, to be honest. I thought just like the mood board, you know, this is like my second shoot in a professional manner, and both of them are phenomenal, very great. And I just, for me, I didn't know all the processes and the steps, and she was very clear and very helpful with that. So the idea for the song, you know, it helped make me feel comfortable with what she was trying to help me bring to life with that. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's dope. That's dope to have a photographer like that, you know.
Yeah.
Because Oh no, are we overlapping a little bit?
A little.
This will be the edit part.
Okay. Okay. But
get yourself together, internet. No, continue. Sorry.
But yeah, so that should be coming out on Friday, September 2nd.
What's it called?
It's called Talk to Me. And it's about like, you know, when you're frustrated with a partner or a person and you're just trying to get through to them. So you're kind of on that line of working it out. Maybe we should talk it through or maybe not. I don't know.
I feel that.
Yeah.
It's such a tough line. Now I'm thinking about my past.
That's what I want. I wanted to trigger you guys, like bring up some feelings. I really want you to connect with it, but I don't want to trigger nobody.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. You're gonna have a music video out, and so this is gonna be your first official single.
Yeah. Well, not a video. I'm working on a video with my friend.
Oh, sorry. It was only a photo shoot. Jesus Christ, my brain.
The video is a hopeful. I'm very hopeful for that. Yeah. But still working on that mood board as well.
Oh, wait. Now, let's talk about the first blog.
The Crafting
Creative. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
what do you
I need to read up into your blog. I'm sorry that I haven't.
That's okay.
I suck at that. I should have been freaking known. I'm usually good at these things before I bring people on. Like I bring people on that I know that are interesting and great and could give out some very good knowledge and information. but sometimes I miss all their works.
It's a
And
lot. The
I'm just
internet
like, damn it.
is a lot. Yeah.
But how did you? So I used to do a lot of different paganism back in the day. I used to be very spiritual and all that stuff, and I think I actually am still in a way, but in like a different way. Like it's more ancestral and stuff like
Mm.
that. Like what what is this blog about, and the message that you want to bring out with this blog?
So the Crafting Creative kind of started in like a anonymous page, and I wanted it to be focused on seeing Black people in this space that we don't normally see as centered or in a human variety. Like we see a lot of times is if we are dabbling with magic, it's because it's evil or we're doing revenge or being
Mm,
harmful. My older sister was a big part of that journey for me. She's such a open person. Like she's open to people of all kinds of beliefs, and she was very into the idea that all of these religions are kind of speaking to the same thing, and it's just everyone finds different tools of meeting God or meeting who they worship, and so for me, she was one of the first safe spaces to have that exploration of the questions or doubts that I had with some things about Christianity. Like I do hold Christianity deeply in my heart because of course I was raised on that. That's a very Caribbean thing. Like
yeah,
it's almost no choice.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. My
Black
dad's a
thing.
pastor, so I totally understand.
Yeah, some of my friends, yeah, their family was of the church. They had churches and things like that. So for me, having that kind of safe space to do that is amazing. She helped me like especially because for me, I was all into like that kind of stuff anyway. Fairies, mythology. I like those kind of stories. So I was introduced to a lot of those cultural differences, I guess, through that. And then it kind of got
Mhm.
me questioning a lot of things and or rethinking a lot of things and aligning different beliefs together. But of course, for Black people, it's hard to, direct your lineage and find your cultural practices, especially for Jamaica. Like they call it obia, and obia is a negative word. It's a very bad thing. But obia used to just be a word to call spirit or spiritual practice. And it like when it got outlawed in that time, it kind of the demonization of it came along with the outlaw and the making sure that cultural practice wasn't like a big Jamaican thing. Um, but Jamaica's
Oh
like out of
wow.
many one, so like a lot of our practices are indigenous, native people there, and it could also be a bunch of touchstones from different parts of the world and how they came together, especially through slavery. So a lot of our
Was the
spiritual,
indigenous people there named Airwalks? Sorry to cut you off. I just
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
know the name. They were
yeah,
Airwalks? Okay.
Arawak or Tainos. I guess there was evidence of
Hyenos and
both.
Airwalks?
Yeah. Hmm.
Nice.
So a lot of that is lost, and like the connection and for me, a goal would be to kind of make a book for the Jamaican people that has all of those things and like tying it back to its original practices. Because even people who aren't spiritual, or like when you go to Jamaica, you just feel that you feel like everyone's at peace and there's this tranquility, even though there's a lot of things going on. But
Mhm.
spirituality is a background there. So,
And I mean, it's a beautiful island.
mhm.
You could get lost in that
Yeah,
beauty, but
yeah,
when there's conditions, it could change it. But I
it
could
can,
definitely see.
yeah. And I think even out of hardship is what, made Jamaica really rely on a lot of their beliefs too, and it kept them
Right.
strong. So my parents were also very much that duality. My mom's very Christian. My dad's raised Christian as well, but also because he's from the country, a lot of those practices were still, synonymous like with
Mhm.
Christianity, which is a lot of, other countries' stories as well. Like even with the idea of hoodoo evolving from having to have that union.
Mhm.
So the blog kind of started from this. I'm searching for that. Like I'm trying to find what fits for me. And sometimes there was things with Christianity, or at least how it's taught, that I had trouble with. And I just didn't
Mhm.
find the piece that I was looking for with just that. But with a lot of the
Mhm.
tools that I have now, and learning more about Afro spirituality and the roots of Christianity and what works for me, I found like a more peaceful set of tools for me.
Wow, that's
Um,
dope. Yeah. Oh, look, I definitely hear you on spiritual journeys. That's something similar that I have as well, like been through. I used to like get mad at my parents and be like, "Yo, black people originally wasn't Christians," and just yell at them and say that. But I'm just like, "Yo, that's not nice."
it, it isn't, because they're so tied to it, and I understand it. Like it was the
Yeah,
need to assimilate was more important, and those kind of things, like when people feel like you don't praise their same God, that's a huge red flag for them. And it's very
right.
hard for people to coexist when they feel like their religious beliefs are very separate. But I don't know. My mom was very much, she didn't like a lot of those things, even though our family had things like, everyone hears about the family member who has dreams that come true, or they would tell
Hmm.
you things to eat and do. Like they tell you these things that are
Hmm.
what they would call obia, but it's kind of like a natural family thing that they pass down. Instead of
Right.
seeing it negative, they kind of found a way to give it like a natural healing perspective. And I think that's how my mom could deal with a lot of that. She still
Hmm.
doesn't love a lot of the things that I dabble in, like tarot and things like that. But
Yeah, I
she,
used to read tarot too. I can still read it. Do you
yeah,
make?
it's a
Do you like do readings for people?
not like for sale or anything like that. I do like some
Mm.
friends, especially in the beginning. I was doing it to learn how. So I would have friends, if they were willing, if I could do readings for them. So the blog was kind of that way too. I would share my readings because obviously I didn't have a lot of friends or like Black friends that were
Mm.
super into that. So the
Right, right,
blog was
right.
base. Yeah, it helped me be more comfortable in the things that I believed. And then I felt like I wanted to share that, find other people that I could connect with. And then for other people on their journey, like this is the mindsets that I had to go through. And let me try and save you some time, or, give you a little piece of I had to, learn the hard way.
Yeah, I used to get paid doing tarot readings. It was like my little side hustle, like briefly
Ah,
though. It was only for like 6 months. Like I did
yeah.
readings and stuff, and like I had little menus like 3 card reading, full Celtic cross reading, all that stuff like that.
What
Like I
would
did
you
a
say?
reading with my partner once, and we freaked each other out. We were all drunk that night though, so I don't really remember half of it. So,
I get that. I do a lot of drunk readings.
wait, what were you
Um,
going to say earlier? Sorry, I cut you off.
I was gonna say, if you have a favorite tarot card, is there one that jumped out at you a lot? Because I know people say that as they're learning it, they get a card that kind of jumps out for them more often than others.
I did. I have my tarot deck still actually in my nightstand drawer.
Okay, I got to see
I
that.
wish I could tell you off the back. I wish I could tell you right off the back
That's
actually what card I saw a lot.
okay.
It has
For
something
me.
to do with the sticks. I forgot which number though.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I know that.
Well,
I know it
yeah,
was a stick one.
okay. What's your
Which
sign?
one did you see? I'm an Aries, so I'm the people that everybody hate. So
I'm not gonna tear down some Aries. I've had some stories. But they're very fiery, passionate people. I get that. I think the
Hey, we
the
didn't
hard
ask for Hitler to be an Aries. We didn't. The Aries crew
I
literally
didn't know
was
that
like, bro, nah, we
Hitler was an
yeah.
Aries. Why would you
Yes,
put that out?
yes, he was.
Oh gosh.
It's the biggest embarrassment for all Aries and all Aries culture. Like, I feel like
No,
it's the reason why.
I will say admire Aries passion and like their drive and their spirit. Like, and I think the same way with Libras versus sister signs. I think I
All
admire the
Libras.
forthcoming of you guys. Yeah. I love that a lot.
Word. Okay, yeah. Because I always get mad about that when people trash on me. They're like, bro, you're Aries. You're a Libra?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Which month was that?
So I'm
I forgot.
it goes like the end of August into September. So I'm September 24th.
Okay.
Well, September into like about early October. Depends on
Oh, okay, word.
Looking at.
That's my favorite month. I love October. It's beautiful. Like the leaves, all that stuff. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So what card do you mostly see when you do your tarot readings for yourself?
I see the star card a lot.
Wow.
Star card is kind of like, after everything's fallen down with the Tower card and like you're in that place of picking the pieces up, there's the star. It kind of lights the night again. It's a reminder, things get better. Just keep your eye on them.
Wow.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
That's dope.
It's a good card.
You get that a lot? Wow, you should get like a tattoo. Like,
I do want a tattoo of a tarot card, but I've also been having some people who have a better mind of that you shouldn't get tattoos of tarot cards. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Where I've landed.
Don't listen to me.
No, but my sister has one too, and I still want one. But I think I want to find a way to make sure it's like like I'm not giving a symbol that I want to live the rest of my life.
Yeah,
like the tower.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
All trouble, like I don't want all trouble. But
right.
Yeah. No, and it's interesting that you said the wands, because as a fire sign, the wands is a fire thing, and that's a passion creative person. So that's good.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. Maybe. God damn. Because like, all right, the reading I had, it said that I was going to like have this great passion, which I said was music, and then I'm going to be lax with it, and then have to be reminded to get back into it.
Oh,
and that's why I got mad. That's why I got mad, because I was just like, so what are they trying to say? And it's already happening right now. Like,
but again, it's the flow. I don't think anybody can focus. Well, we can put all of our attention to something that we do love, but there's going to be moments where your focus shifts a little bit, and you got to find that.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean,
you're the first person I told, by the way. I haven't mentioned this on the podcast at all because I was too pissed off. So there it is. What you said?
So I haven't seen you live yet. I've seen like some of the people that you've played with. When do I get the pleasure to see you play or perform?
Probably in the wintertime.
Just let me know, because I'm trying to see.
I got you. Actually, I should talk about this because I know some people follow me because of music and stuff like that. So if you're listening to this, if you notice that I have not been performing, shouts out to Alicia, who was one of my homies that enjoyed my performance and stuff. And I just been an emotional wreck and stuff, and I'm gonna come back. This has been a while. You know what I mean? It's been a whole summer, not 21 summers, but one whole summer.
Listen,
but no, I'm gonna come back. And then we got some songs. I literally got off the phone with the lead singer yesterday. That's what's hilarious. We got some writing projects we're about to get into, so I'm gonna come back.
That's good. So you're excited. You're ready.
Yeah. Thank you so much for bringing that up. You know what I mean? Because I literally just felt like everybody just forgot about me.
No.
But my song is literally the biggest song in the band right now. God damn. 700,000 plays, motherfucker. 700,000.
I honestly, I think sometimes I worry with how fast like online is, even with the blog. Like you worry that you know, people say it shouldn't matter, but everyone cares a little bit. Like you want to.
Yeah.
No one wants to be forgotten in that manner, at least by your peers and things.
Right.
And
I mean, I still get musicians texting me and calling me like, "Yo, you want to come jam and stuff?" And I was like, "Fuck."
yeah, we wait on you. Yeah,
I'm like,
the line
"Fuck."
is there.
Yeah, I'm still getting welcomed in. Like,
it's all in our heads.
yeah, it is. It is. You're right, Aura. This must be a sign right here. It's like,
it's a
get your
sign.
shit together. You're like, she's like, "Yo, I'm dropping my single Friday, homie. Like, what you doing? Like, you need to get your."
Please, no, that was a journey. That was a whole. The person who helped produce it, Jay, amazing, a coach through the whole way. Because there's a lot of times I really would want to give up and quit and just be frustrated, or you get into those creative ruts, things like that. Or I'm like super perfectionist, so I have to like learn to be happy with what I have, and like be willing to, you know, you can't be perfect all the time, and you can't wait for perfection to do. You can do the best you can, of course. But yeah, it's definitely a
journey. Journeys are real, man.
Mm-hmm.
Journeys are fucking real, especially just past COVID and stuff like that. Like, that was crazy. But hopefully we get it better with these damn monkeypox. I won't be seeing a lot of people with it. Hopefully that's like eradicated very soon. Because
I agree.
Don't know how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh yeah, that's right. You made a post. You was like, "Yo, so like, I need to figure out how can I greet people without giving them hugs and stuff."
It's such a strange day, like, because I'm a hugger. I like to hug, and I like to people that I care about. But then you're like trying to meet sense with like what's going on, and you forget, because obviously we're human. This is a new thing for us, you know. I still always want to go in, so sometimes it's a little awkward when you're like, both of you remember what's going on.
Right.
So it's
especially
like,
when you get like in the mood, like, oh, it's going to be a good night, and you're just like, I'm hugging everybody. What's up, man? Like,
yeah. Right, coming in with all the positive, you're like, oh, I can't even. Yeah, it's
bring in the vibes. Let the vibes come in.
Yeah. Because
I mean, honestly, we might end up doing like that bow, like how they do in Japan and stuff like that, where everybody bows at each other.
It's the resurgence of all of that stuff. You're gonna see a lot of ear kisses, especially if the monkeypox go up. You're gonna see that. That's gonna be a big thing.
God, what a crazy world we live in right now. Monkeypox. Like, did they run out of names? Like, they could have did something better than that. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, I want to look it up and see like what is the reason why it's called monkeypox. But we're not saying it does not exist. I have to do this because of Facebook and
yes.
We're not saying it does not exist. We are not giving out no health instruction.
We want the origins.
Right. Yeah, we just want to know what is the point of why it's called monkeypox, just for everyone out there that's like, oh, we have to flag this because they're giving out medical. I got in trouble for that, and I got in trouble for that for bringing it on doctors. Like, excuse me, like, you would think
of all the people we ask, but this is a different word. The CDC, who we should be asking for help, it's just like, I don't know.
Right.
It's a different thing.
Let's go into the next topic so I don't get myself in trouble again and get demonetized. Because that's still a touchy goddamn issue. Look at Aura. That's your second blog. By the way, you're the first blogger I have had on. Like, people don't really, I don't really know that many bloggers, and I feel like that's still needed. Like, people like editorials, people like reading. I like reading. I don't like reading out loud, but I like reading.
I think people like that. They like connecting with, other people, listening to what they feel, even if they don't agree. Just kind of see what's out there.
Right. So what is Look at Aura about? And by the way, guys, I'm gonna have this all the links. I'll have them soon and put them in the details. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, Look at My Aura was just more of like, I needed a backup page because with the Crafting Creative page, a lot of scammers now feel like the new wave is tarot cards. Yeah, so the scammers have been duplicating like pages they see are like pretty popular in a way, and they kind of take your posts and act like it's their post, and they'll DM your friends and ask about, do you want a reading? Things like that. So in case of like me getting reported, and certain posts that I did have, there were some people who are super Christian, or people, if I was pro LGBTQ on my page, like when you have more people looking at it, there's people who are like in the comments and spamming, reporting, things like that.
Right.
So I'm still with needing a backup just in case. I needed that. But it also for people who I guess are not as comfortable with the spirituality, and not that I want to separate myself from both. I understand people have different things that they're comfortable with, and this is a little bit more easy for them to introduce themselves to me through that page, I guess.
You definitely have fake people pretending to be you. I have gotten at least three, I would say 3 fake profiles of you. And I was just like, what the hell? And then they'll DM me and be like, hey, do you want to talk about spirituality or something like that? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, what the hell?
And I think I never would have to worry, because I'm like, I don't talk like that. I don't say, hey, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
But it's gotten some people that, may not know me like conversationally as often. And if they had introduced to me through that page, I could see how it gets them. And I, just because it got some people that I'm like, I feel so bad, I have to like, I always want to like try to announce like, listen, I don't talk like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, say I could read your energy tonight.
Yo, somebody definitely getting catfished, yo. And if you are, listen, she's not. You might need Neve, and Neve is going to call her. Just to let y'all know. Neve is going to call her.
That was a good time in TV. I would be down for that. If that was the only good thing the spam pages got, was to meet Neve.
You'll be a victim though. It'll be the person on the other side thinking that you're like their best friend or their fiance or something. Like that's the only thing that sucks about
I'd have to try not to be like smiling as hard as I am. Like I'm so but I'm so happy to be here.
I reported that page for you. It had like 20,000 views, Aura.
Yeah,
not views, followers.
Yeah, it gets bad. I saw some of them with like a lot, like, and even with a lot of my own friends. So I had to like personally DM them and kind of let them know to keep in mind. So I even have to put in both pages bio that these are the only pages that I have. But even the screen capture content, sometimes they still take that, and other people who may not know me at all, like from either blog or in person, they get other strangers, and that's the messed up part. So somebody thinks I'm a scammer out there, and I'm not scamming.
Right. That's amazing. That's really amazing. I'm gonna have to make that clip. This is gonna be one of the clips that I'm gonna have to shoot out on Instagram and stuff, just to warn some folks, just in case. Like
it is needed. It's in the tarot card community, it's a nuisance for sure right now. But
so you have like 2 different fan bases basically, with your first with your first blogger account and then your second blogger account. You have 2 different fan bases.
Sort of. So with my Crafting Creative, I tried to make sure it was like a reflection of everything that I was interested in. So even if it was through the lens of like magic or tarot or something that I see in art and music, it just kind of spoke to me with the spirituals. So if I saw like a model who did like a really dope shoot and that kind of gave me that feel, and it was a Black woman, I loved like sharing that and showing that, okay, look, there's images of that, and here's a space to find that where you're not having to go down Google page after Google page or a Tumblr. And that's, I used to love Tumblr for that, because like Tumblr was a whole bunch of curated pages. And kind of doing that with the Crafting Creative was kind of having just that, like reflecting and planting all these people, like different kind of things. So I like to keep that like a multimedia blogs, I guess, like with all the things that I'm interested, but through a lens of spirituality. Whereas the other one is just kind of, this is who, you know, me. These are some of the things that I like to do, and it's music. Right. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
I have done multiple pages and stuff like that too. I know what it's like, and the fact that you're able to reach people and stuff like that with it. Mine was just shenanigans, so I'm just like, look at you making an impact, and I'm just got shenanigans stuff. Like I had cats and other stuff, but people like cats too, but not everybody. But
oh no.
That was my joke. That was just a joke.
Even when I first started it, I started like 2019, and I didn't expect any followers at all. I think honestly, it was like the height of like when those spiritual memes started getting really big on Instagram. So then like a lot of the celebrities started doing it, and one day I was just sharing stuff, like, you know, eventually some people in the tarot communities who was into all of those things, I would get those people following, but it was always still like, it was 100 or so, 200, you know, it was a very slow climb. And then at one point I logged in, and there was like all these notifications because I guess Sweetie had shared to her story one of the posts I had posted.
That's wild, Sweetie.
Yeah, but it was like a meme of someone else.
That's my type. That girl.
Yeah, and I only knew because somebody posted in the comments like, "Sweetie shared your post, girl," and I was like, "What?"
Wow.
So from things like that, and those like things would happen like randomly, or like pages that I admired that were spiritual pages would share some of my stuff, or I would review books and blogs that I was, not books and blogs, books and like tarot cards or whatever I was using at the time. So sometimes even those people would reach out or share. So that's kind of how the build got over time. And a lot of Black girls loving the, you know, seeing that.
Yeah. That's really dope.
Yeah.
We're almost down to the hour, so I have like some not on topic questions, just like
yeah.
Okay. Will Smith, we gotta always talk about him, but Chris Rock, I talk about. Look, listen, guys, I'm gonna keep bringing up Will Smith because I wish y'all gave these war criminals the same shit that you gave him. But anyway.
Agreed.
But Chris Rock said that he's not coming back to the Oscars because he got reinvited, and I'm just like, why the hell would he even go back anyway? Like, honestly. But yeah, Will Smith did an apology, and I want to know how you felt about. Did you see his apology? Like, what was your thoughts on that?
So I didn't see the apology only because I was feeling very defiant about it. I felt like he didn't need to. I was so upset for him. I was like, the best thing I could do is he doesn't need to. No, I watched that. So, you know.
Let me tell you, fucking sad. Like, he literally said that he lives his life thinking about what other people think about him. And I was just like, shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a celebrity because that just sounds like y'all are just, you can't live without likes. Like, come on, man.
Like, I think the hard part with being a creative is like to adjust and adapt. You have to get feedback, and it's of not letting feedback break you or change the core of you. And that's very hard to do. So I can't imagine having millions of people tweet at you, your peers shunning you, and like, over something that they would do in their home or themselves, or if they wouldn't, that's fine. But I felt like
But these are rich people, by the way. We gotta remember they already feel like they're the shit. So
but rich people be doing the rich things behind closed doors. So
right.
a snack on the stage is the least of the things that they've seen. It's
Right.
just the performative upset that he got. I felt bad because I get it's not okay to just go up to hit people. That's not
Right.
cool. But my mom also told me, don't talk with your mouth. Can't, cash a check, as they say. You have to be able to. It's a free country and you can say what you want, but there's consequences to things that you say.
Right,
and
right.
People think that there's no consequences, and you're dealing with someone who is very protective about his wife. So I understood where he was coming from. I understood both sides. But I feel like all of the hate that he's not hate. I feel like all of the shutting of the doors to even they're closing his projects, like all of the movies that had sequels and
well, he got some coming back finally, but yeah, they definitely closing a lot.
Like I think it was very extra, especially I don't know if you're familiar with Ezra Miller. He's this actor.
Oh, the kid from the new Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, but he is a societal menace. Like
I heard he's a bad boy.
Okay,
I've heard. Yeah.
Great actor, but I mean, he is like literally using his privilege to cross state lines, countries, and like his thing is bar fights. He's always in this bar fight with someone for no reason. Wow. And the things that he says and does, there's no reaction in the same way that Will Smith got for a slap. And this guy is out there like beating up random people, even his fans, or like people who want to talk to him at bars.
Right.
So it's like, if you're gonna have that no violence thing against Will, you gotta like put it across the board. It's just, I don't know.
I just think it was hilarious how these rich folks were just on fucking like Twitter, like I don't condone violence, like with the pinky up. We colonize, but I don't condone violence.
And mind you, they had no care. Most of them didn't know who Jada, like the Black community. that's who we know. We revere them. And a lot of the people who do know them from after they were popular to them. And for them, it was always going to be about the performative person that they met. They wanted the Will Smith that wasn't from Philly. They didn't want Will Smith from Fresh Prince. They wanted Will Smith who does like the kids movies, and that's what they're expecting.
Aladdin and shit.
But he's a human being, and it's like you keep talking junk about my wife in front of me. I mean, it don't matter where we at.
I mean, I'm not condoning what he did. I just feel like he should have spoke to Chris Rock at the end. But look, man, like people react, people make decisions, and this shit is crazy. Like they could be wrong, they could be right, but look, like that's just insane. I hope they work.
So they just need to hash it out because they're both really great people to the Black community as far as entertainers, and honestly,
And then my other thing, because you identify as bisexual, right? So I saw, and this irks me about. Let's just talk about our community right here. This is the perfect time to talk about our beautiful Black community.
Accepting community,
our so accepting community. I gotta say, as a fellow LGBTQ member, I have been so vexed with what's been going on in social media, seeing people I know posting stupid ass shit, but this whole like there's this lawyer named Reese. She's an amazing lawyer, amazing, beautiful Black woman from DC that has done a lot of great stuff. And she was on Fault Lines, and she was trying to basically put LGBTQ affairs as separate from what's happened with abortion. And I understand that it's about women's rights, and we all agree with that. Yeah, we do. We were pissed off when they came after abortion, but they came. You don't think they're going to come after gay rights as well too? Like, it's just it's so fucked up that we are so separate.
I think anybody who thinks one policy should be primary over another, it's like, how do you separate people's identities that way, or what they're going through? You know, like, if you can fight for it all, it's what it's right. And it affects each other. There's really no separate ness in that way. It's the illusion of separateness that keeps us fighting that way. And I think it's frustrating, like you said, seeing people that say things that are hurtful, because sometimes they either forget that you're part of this community,
right?
Yeah,
and you're just looking at them like,
yeah. It's when they forget, like, and they say things around you, and you're kind of like, oof. You're like, okay, and the hard part with things like that is you never want to seem combative, and you never want to seem like you're always fighting something. And when you have those intersectionalities, you have to learn to pick your battles, because you'll be fighting all day, and you can't get through to people sometimes arguing with them. The only way you can do that is to show up as yourself. And when they're ready to ask questions, you're there. When they want to learn more, I understand some people don't want to have to be teachers to people that are oppressing them, but unfortunately that's part of that.
Right.
But it's just practicing the patience. It's learning to not react when I see those things or hear those things.
Because like trans people get pregnant too, no matter what they identify. It's not binary, trans male, trans female, whatever. Like, and the Planned Parenthood was not just an outlet for women healthcare, but it's also an outlet for women healthcare and for LGBTQ healthcare. And it literally coincides. Like even a birth control having estrogen in it, people need estrogen, so if they ban the pregnancy pills. If they ban the abortion bills, that means that they're also going to ban estrogen, and that means trans people can't even get. Yeah, like
it is. They, with women especially, being bi, I understand. I read a line that it's more accepting for women in a lot of spaces, especially the Black community, like to be fluid or bi. So sometimes I think my struggle is finding women that I can be comfortable with, and understanding that, me being bi doesn't mean I'm hitting on you. Or if I say she's, and like, I like this type of shape and you look like that, maybe it's still not like a little, I'm not coming for you. The idea that a lot of the things that straight women, like you were mentioning, the birth control or the estrogen, even needing IVF or mastectomies, women who want to get augmentations to kind of give the look of what they've had to get rid of for certain treatments. All of these things fall under gender confirming kind of treatments. And when those words are not familiar to what they use. So a lot of times when I see that they're like, oh, I don't want to support trans gender affirming surgeries and treatments, those kind of things fall for women who are struggling with hormones or having a child, and they forget that intersectionality. Like when you take away from trans people, you're actually cutting the nose to spite the face, because eventually they can take that from you and they can justify that. Yeah,
this is such a big deal that needs to get these struggles connect, and there's women's struggle is so important. It's so important, and it could be so much stronger if we can all embrace every aspect, especially the Black community, every aspect of the identity, so we can fully grasp it. Because I feel like there's so much division within that makes it harder to just we can be mad at Supreme Court. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of cultural and societal training that you have to get. The biggest hurdle for me is getting people to listen to begin with. With the Black community, we're taught, especially with religion that's not Christian or that could make the family seem like they're dabbling in something that's evil or whatever. They treat anything that's outside of what they want to acknowledge as literally they cannot see it. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to talk about it. And when you can't talk about something, energy can't move. It can't shift. You can't change mindsets with not talking about something. Even if you don't have the right words, I think a lot of people are afraid to have conversations with people like us because they're like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. And
right.
And I totally get that, because even for me, like me being bi doesn't mean I'm all knowing about LGBTQ.
Exactly, right? I don't know.
I'm learning, and it's a journey for everybody. So I think just the biggest thing is I would love for our community to listen and to be willing to listen, and listening to the people that are the ones being oppressed or telling you when something is wrong. Because a lot of times people don't want to hear what they're doing wrong because they take it as a personal attack. Like you're saying that you're a bad person because you said this and that, or you have this mentality. And it's more of like, I'm trying to help you unlearn that instead of taking it as a personal attack. Maybe open up to what you could, learn.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. This was a great episode, and I hope a lot of people enjoy this as well too. Thank you so much for coming on, and I don't want to take any more else of your time.
No, we got to do this again. Honestly,
we're and your special's coming out. Not your special. Your single's coming out this Friday.
It is Friday, September 2nd, and it will be on all platforms. So the link, I'll definitely get that to you. And yeah, so listen.
Definitely. And so guys, definitely check out Ora Lewis' work. Where I'll have all those links and stuff like that. This was really great. Thank you so much for coming on, and it was such a journey. We're rescheduling, but we did it. And this is your first podcast, by the way. So how did it go?
I great experience. I feel like I'm meeting all the people that I need to go through certain new experiences with the most comfortable people. Like they make it such a great space, and this is I enjoyed it. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on, Ora, and I hope you have a really good day.
You too.
Well, good night. Actually, it's nighttime. And everybody have a good day, and thank you so much for listening.
I appreciate what you do because I do believe that the work that you're doing, and so folks watching and listening, please support Jamar, because he and others like him are the linkage that allows all those parts of the body to communicate with each other, to interact with each other, to link with one another. Without this communication piece, we're just all doing our things separately. And so please support this platform, other platforms, other people like Jamar who are doing this work, because that's what we need to move this movement forward, grow it, build it, and eventually win.